Hello students, I hope you are all fine and in good health. In this audio presentation, I will be clarifying some important guidelines related with comprehension passages, or rather to say, reading unseen comprehension passages. Now, dear students, let's start. See at the very top, it is written comprehension. In the next line, it is written some important guidelines. So, let us move on. Number one point that you all have to remember, use your pencil. Use your pencil as a pointer, which will help you to focus on the details in a passage. Dear students, when you are reading a passage, it is always necessary, it is always important that you always carry a pencil by your side, because that pencil will act as a pointer and it will help you to focus on the details in a passage. If you find anything important, any point that is very much related with the questions that is provided along with the comprehension passage, then obviously you can mark it. Moreover, your reading speed will also increase using a pencil, and obviously if you use a pencil, your reading speed will also increase simultaneously. But do not read faster, then you won't keep a track of the passage. Read the passage following a regular moderate rhythm. If you read a passage faster, then obviously you won't be able to keep a track of the passage. So my suggestion to all of you is that read moderately, follow a definite or a perfect rhythm. Do not read a passage faster, because dear students, if you read a passage faster, then you won't keep a track of the passage. Now I am moving on to the next important guideline that you all have to follow. Circle keywords and phrases. Now this is a very important point, because see, basically in case of reading comprehension, the most important thing is that you have to read the passage very carefully. One reading of the passage is not enough. Even in case of note making also, I had told this to all of you dear students, that one single reading of the passage is not enough. You have to read the passage again and again. Then only you will be able to get the idea what are the key points related to the passage, what is the main idea related to the passage. So I am moving on to this point, circle keywords and phrases. Now the first important point that I told you all, that use a pencil, because the pencil will act as a pointer. Now this one is also very important. You have to circle the keywords and phrases. Circling keywords and phrases are also very important in a passage, because it will enable you to select the accurate points needed to answer a question from the passage. Now if you circle the keywords, the important words and phrases, obviously it will help you later when you will solve the questions from the passage, because ultimately if you circle the keywords and phrases, then obviously it will be very important in a passage, because ultimately it will enable you to select the main points, or rather to say the accurate points needed to answer a question from the passage. It becomes very easy later when you will be solving the answers from the passage. Now dear students, I am moving on to the third segment, formation of an idea. Now formation of an idea or what the passage is all about, this part is important. Now you will be getting a clear information the moment you will read and reread the passage. Unless you read or reread the passage, you won't be getting any clear information. So let us move on to this point, formation of an idea. Another good reading comprehension strategy is to read the questions before starting the passage. By reading the questions, you will develop an idea of what information you will need after reading the passage. So obviously this is a very important strategy. The questions before starting the passage, if you read the questions, then obviously, and after that if you read the passage, this is also a very important strategy, that before reading the passage, if you go on reading the questions, then after reading the questions, if you go on reading the passage, you will get some idea what the passage is all about. You will develop an idea of what information you will need after reading the passage, because already you have read the question. This may help you to trace or to find certain details, ideas and specific areas from the passage from where the questions are actually given. Now the important thing is that this will help you, this will ultimately help you to trace certain details, ideas and specific areas from the passage from where the questions are actually given. So if you read the questions beforehand and then you proceed with reading the unseen passage, obviously it will help you to trace certain details, it will help you to trace the specific areas from the passage from where the questions are actually given, and of course it will help you to solve the passage with confidence. So I am recapitulating whatever I discussed in these important guidelines. First of all, use your pencil. If you use your pencil as a pointer, it will help you to mark the important lines from the passage, and obviously if you read at a moderate speed also, it will also help you to understand many important ideas related to the passage. But dear students, as I told earlier, I am repeating once again, do not read faster, because if you read faster, then you won't keep a track of the passage. Next important thing that I discussed, circling the key words and phrases. If you circle the key words and phrases, ultimately it will enable you to select the accurate points that are basically needed to answer a question from the passage. So circling the important words and phrases are very important. Formation of an idea. Now another good reading comprehension strategy is to read the questions before starting the passage. By reading the questions, you will develop an idea of what information you will need after reading the passage. Obviously, if you read the questions beforehand, you can locate the certain details, the key ideas and specific areas from the passage from where a particular question is actually given, or the questions are easily set up. So if you read the questions beforehand, then you read the passage, ultimately it will be easier to use to some extent to find the right answers, and also you can easily search the portion of the text from which the questions are actually based. So dear students, kindly go through this audio presentation, and if there is any doubt anywhere, let me know about it. Thank you students. Thank you all.